Imagine this: every 11 seconds, a business falls victim to a ransomware attack. 44% more cyber attacks are happening now compared to just last year. And here's the scary part: AI-powered threats have increased by over 1,200% in the past 2 years alone. Whether you're an individual, a small business owner, or part of a large organization, your digital security is under constant threat. But here's the good news: staying protected is possible when you know how. Welcome to our comprehensive guide to cybersecurity in 2025. Today we're breaking down everything you need to know about protecting yourself in today's increasingly dangerous digital landscape. We'll cover the latest threats, essential protection strategies, and even glimpse into the future of cybersecurity. Stay tuned until the end, where we'll share our top 5 free resources to immediately boost your security. Understanding cybersecurity. Before we dive into protection, let's clarify what we mean by cybersecurity. At its core, cybersecurity is the practice of protecting people, systems, and data from cyber attacks using technologies, processes, and policies. Think of it as a digital immune system, cons working to identify and neutralize threats before they can cause harm. And why is it so important right now? Because cybercrime is projected to cost the world economy $10.5 trillion annually by 2025. But it's not just about money. Cyber attacks can lead to identity theft, extortion, and loss of sensitive information that can devastate businesses and lives. The average cost of a single data breach has jumped to $4.88 million, a 10% increase from just last year. Most common cyber threats. Malware and ransomware. Let's start with malware, malicious software designed to harm computer systems. Its particularly dangerous cousin is ransomware, which holds your data hostage until you pay up. What makes today's malware especially dangerous is its evolution into modular designs and the rise of malware-as-a-service platforms on the dark web. These have dramatically lowered the skill barrier for cybercriminals. Even inexperienced hackers can now launch devastating attacks using tools like Redline Stealer. Phishing and social engineering. Next up, phishing attacks. These use fraudulent emails, texts, or voice messages to trick you into revealing sensitive information. And they're becoming incredibly sophisticated thanks to AI. Gone are the days of obvious Nigerian prince scams. Modern phishing emails can mimic your CEO's writing style, replicate company logos perfectly, and even use deep-fake audio to create convincing voice messages. 30% of all cyber intrusions now begin with identity-based attacks. AI-powered attacks. Speaking of AI, we're seeing an explosion of AI-powered threats. Cybercriminals are using generative AI to create convincing fake emails, documents, and even conduct prompt injection attacks to manipulate AI systems into revealing sensitive information. Insider threats. Finally, we can't ignore insider threats, which come from authorized users who either intentionally or accidentally misuse their access. These are particularly dangerous because they have the earmarks of authorized activity, making them difficult to detect with traditional security measures. Common cyber threats and their impacts. Threat type: how it works. Real-world impact. Ransomware encrypts data until ransom is paid. Business disruption, financial losses. Phishing tricks users into revealing credentials. Identity theft, financial fraud. AI attacks uses AI to create sophisticated scams. Data theft, misinformation spread. Insider threats: misuse of legitimate access. Data leakage, system compromise. Essential cybersecurity protection strategies. 1. Keep software updated. Now that we know the threats, let's talk protection. Our first tip might seem obvious, but it's critically important: keep all your software updated. Software updates don't just add new features, they fix known bugs and critical security vulnerabilities. Enable automatic updates for your operating system. Use browsers like Chrome or Firefox that receive frequent security updates, and don't ignore those update notifications. Outdated hardware can also be a problem since it may not support the latest security upgrades. 2. Implement strong authentication practices. Next up, password management. I know we all have too many passwords to remember, but taking shortcuts like password reuse is extremely dangerous. Use a password manager to generate and store strong, unique passwords for all your accounts. Even more important, enable multi-factor authentication, MFA, whenever possible. This adds an extra layer of protection that helps verify it's actually you accessing your account. But be aware, even MFA can be bypassed by sophisticated attacks like adversary-in-the-middle techniques, so stay vigilant. 3. Practice safe browsing and email habits. Always be cautious about what you click. Hover over links to see where they really lead before clicking. If an email looks suspicious, don't open it. It might be a phishing scam where someone impersonates a legitimate company to gain access to your information. When on websites, always check for HTTPS in the address bar before entering any personal information. This ensures the connection is encrypted. Also, be careful about uploading personal photos to unverified apps or websites. They could be misused to create deep fakes. 4. Use secure tools and backups. For protecting sensitive data, use a secure file sharing solution with encryption rather than regular email. Services like TitanFile automatically encrypt your files so you don't have to worry about interception. Install reputable antivirus and anti-malware software and keep it updated. These programs can't provide complete protection, but they significantly reduce your vulnerability. And most importantly, back up your data regularly. If you're victimized by a security incident, the only guaranteed recovery method is to erase and reinstall your system from clean backups. 5. Employ network security measures. When on public networks, use a VPN, virtual private network, to encrypt your connection and protect your private information. Also, disable Bluetooth when you're not using it, as hackers can exploit open Bluetooth connections to access your devices. Cybersecurity Best Practices Checklist. Practice implementation tips. Protection provided. Software updates enable automatic updates, replace outdated hardware patches. Known vulnerabilities. Strong authentication. Use password manager, enable MFA. Prevents unauthorized access. Safe browsing. Check URLs, verify HTTPS, avoid suspicious links. Blocks phishing and malware. Security tools. Install antivirus, use VPN, secure file sharing. Detects and prevents threats. Data backup. Regular automated backups to cloud/local storage enables recovery after attack. Future trends in cybersecurity. As technology evolves, so do cyber threats. Here's what's emerging in 2025 and beyond. AI-powered attacks are becoming increasingly sophisticated. Threat actors are using AI to create more convincing phishing messages and to automate attacks. But defenders are also using AI for threat detection, behavioral analysis, and predictive analytics. We're also seeing attacks increasingly target network infrastructure like routers, firewalls, and VPN gateways, not just endpoints. Why? Because this infrastructure often gets patched less frequently and many organizations prioritize endpoint protection over network security. State-sponsored advanced persistent threats, APTs, are expanding their tricks with methods like nearest neighbor attacks that breach Wi-Fi networks by targeting devices physically close to high-value targets. Looking further ahead, quantum computing poses both opportunities and threats to cryptography. And generative AI security has become its own cybersecurity category, with OWASP even publishing a list of top 10 risks for large language models. Special considerations for businesses. If you're responsible for business security, there are additional layers to consider. Employee training is absolutely critical. Sometimes, one mistake from an improperly trained employee can cause an entire security system to crumble. The key is making cybersecurity work through consistent training and security practices. Consider implementing a zero-trust architecture that verifies every access request regardless of its origin. This approach protects individual resources through microsegmentation and role-based access controls. For regulated industries, cyber insurance is increasingly driving demand for cybersecurity assessments. Insurers may require these assessments to evaluate risk profiles and premiums. Larger organizations might even consider employing white-hat hackers, ethical hackers who expose security risks to help you improve your cybersecurity by identifying flaws you never knew you had. We've covered a lot today, from basic hygiene like software updates and strong passwords to advanced concepts like zero-trust architectures and AI security. Remember, cybersecurity isn't a one-time fix but an ongoing process of vigilance and adaptation. The most important mindset shift is to avoid thinking "I'm secure enough" or "it won't happen to me." Cybercrime impacts everyone, and the stakes are high for both personal and business security. Start with the basics we discussed today: update your software, enable MFA, use a password manager, back up your data, and stay vigilant about suspicious messages. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who needs to improve their cybersecurity. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming deep dive on protecting against AI-powered threats. Have questions? Drop them in the comments below. Our team monitors them daily and we might feature your question in an upcoming video. Remember, in the digital world, your security is in your hands. Take action today, stay safe tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next video.